What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into the dawn of DC with Green Lantern issue number 2. So far, we have seen that Hal Jordan has returned. Planet Earth is under quarantine. No one in, no one out. The Green Lanterns have abandoned this sector, and Hal Jordan is the only one left here. But with Hal Jordan back on Earth, after everything he has done, after everything that he has experienced, he is trying to find his groove again, with his power ring not exactly working in the right way. Off in the shadows, Sinestro, the architect of Hal's current crisis, he is waiting for the perfect moment to strike. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so our story starts us off 1 month ago. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, is back. After just taking down that Manhunter armor, he was able to manifest a ring through sheer willpower. And so being a Green Lantern, he takes off to the sky, thinking how great it feels to be flying again, how much he missed doing all of this. And being the hero that he is, he takes this opportunity to go and test some things out, to see how well his ring is working. This is when he runs into the demolition team. The demolition team headed into the cemetery. They have come here to rob some graves, to take things as they want. And Hal Jordan, he could go in there, he could throw some punches, he could do what Green Lanterns usually do. But in this scenario, he takes a playbook out of Batman, with bad guys, criminals being a superstitious and cowardly lot. With this being a graveyard, he makes it seem as if this place is haunted, as if the ghosts have come up, they have come alive, very upset that their peace has been disturbed. It scares this demolition team and they go running. With cops on the outside, they immediately turn themselves over. This is really Hal Jordan just testing out the ring, seeing that the light constructs work just as good as they did before. But then when he goes up to the sky, going into the atmosphere, he feels free. He sees the beauty of this planet. But as he gets a little bit too high, the ring powers down, and we see Hal Jordan go falling down to the ground. That's what takes us over to present day. Obviously, his ring came back on, or somebody was there to help him. But in present day, this is where we see an old friend. This is where we have Kilowog, with Hal returning home after his first day on the job, letting Kilowog know that things did not go according to plan. And Hal is really beating himself up, saying that he shouldn't have quit the Green Lantern Corps, that maybe he should have stayed up there and tried to make the United Planet see some kind of reason. Being in the Corps was the only thing he was good at except for flying. But Kilowog really tells him to just stop whining. Kilowog is not here to play footsie with him, letting Hal know that of all the ring slingers that have come and gone, there has never been one like Hal Jordan, that he fashioned a ring from an old Manhunter out of sheer willpower. And if you can do that, you can figure out how to make things work down here on Earth. And so taking us over to the next day, Hal Jordan finds himself as a pilot. He is the pilot for Carol and her new fiancé. Carol a little bit confused on how he is even here because he started the day in the mailroom. But within 24 hours, he was able to work his way up all the way to pilot. Now, he may not be flying fighter jets, but this is better than working in the mailroom. As he makes his introductions to Nathan, the fiancé to Carol, everybody gets on board and they prepare to take off. As they get up into the air, we see that Nathan and Carol, they're getting a little bit cozy in the back. And so Hal Jordan, just having a little bit of fun, he turns the plane left and right, causing one heck of a mess back in the cabin. Going to check on them, Nathan is headed to the bathroom, having champagne all over his shirt. When he goes into the bathroom, Hal Jordan uses his ring to lock the door. This way he can get a little alone time with Carol. And Carol knows that Hal is here because he knows that Hal Jordan is here for her. With Hal going on to say that Nathan seems like a really nice guy, that Nathan treats her well. And while Hal Jordan did all of these things as well, The difference is, Nathan doesn't leave. But while they're having this little heart-to-heart conversation, The other pilot is letting Hal know that he's gotta get up front, because right now, there is something going on in the skies, as we see skeleton-like spirits flying all over the place. This is where Night Terrors begins, and that will be the end of this issue. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed with this issue. Not only was it just ridiculously short, but we are only 2 issues into this Green Lantern story, and now it's not picking back up until freaking September. That is because Night Terrors is taking over every single line. And I gotta say, I'm not excited for it. Like, Night Terrors looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a psychedelic thriller, if you will. But the problem is, you just started Dawn of DC. You just kicked it off, and we are only 2 issues into Green Lantern. And so now we have to go read Night Terror's Green Lantern issue number 1 to continue this story on. But it's not going to be focused on what this story is really focused on. It is going to be focused on this little story that they want to tell. And then eventually, we're gonna get back to the Green Lantern story. It just feels very convoluted. It feels like they're trying to do way too much. Like, I get the Dawn of DC. In fact, I'm excited about Dawn of DC, where they're taking these characters, these new stories, everything in between. What I'm not excited about is starting an event, getting 2 issues in, and then starting a whole other event that's gonna take over for 3 freaking months. And then to top it all off, this comic was so freaking short that there wasn't even really anything to enjoy. This comic didn't do anything that issue 1 didn't already do. And so this is a big bummer. It was a big disappointment. I love seeing Hal Jordan back. I love seeing that he is still able to manifest a ring through sheer willpower. But there is so many other things going on that we're so focused on his relationship right now. I mean, the entire planet is quarantined, and we really haven't even dived into what that means, how this is affecting everything, and what is going on with the United Planets. And then to add even more into it, the John Stewart story in the back is 5 pages long. It's an ongoing story connected to this, and this has been one of my biggest complaints about comics. Instead of giving us 30 pages of one comic, you're giving us 20 to 25 pages, and then you're giving us 5 to 7 pages of a backup story that could very easily be its own line in itself. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It takes away from both stories, trying to integrate them into one comic and making that comic 30 pages long, and that is with the ad pages. Now, of course, we're gonna cover Night's Terror, we're gonna cover more Green Lantern Dawn of DC, but so far, the Green Lantern series really hasn't impressed me. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories if you would like to get completely caught up on everything that is going on with Green Lantern. Be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this story. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.